Alright, it is time for Ermac to tap into his inner Da Vinci. Good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome to this thing that I do called Thor's Entertainment. I am Thor. This is going to be another Fatal Friday video. Fatal Friday is a series where I went into the Kombat League for Mortal Kombat 1 trying to get the unique finishers for the various characters or the cameo fighters. This time around we are going for Ermac's Fatality, the Vitruvian Maim, which is a play on the Vitruvian Man, a work of art done by Leonardo da Vinci. Only far more violent and gory.
There is much outworld history you do not know.
Should I be worried? Take one. Action.
As is my current standard whenever it comes to going for these fatalities, I'm going into the set and I'm not going to do that fatality until I have won the entire set. So first I am going to have to win 2 matches. And the opponent that I have to beat is somebody using Raiden and the kameo Cyrax, not a combo I typically see. Kind of curious what they can do with it. I don't think I have ever practiced with that combination specifically, so I don't even know what the goal would be with these two. I mean, there is the usual Cyrax move of having him use the horizontal Cyrax copter to keep the unsafe moves safe. But outside of that, I have no idea how well Cyrax pairs with Raiden. And I don't know if there's anything Raiden can really do to guarantee Cyrax's net hits. I know some characters can do that, like I think Takeda can do that. So yeah, I am curious to see what this person's vision is. Me, I'm just using Ermac and janetcage. I think she's actually the only cameo that I use with Ermac in these videos. I don't think I ever branch out beyond that. I mean, it is a really good team, so I don't really have to. And what is kind of sad is I was picking up a decent amount of wins with Ermac and janetcage, and I don't even use this team well, and it's a really good team at times. Like, I know when they are paired up together, they have this crazy setup with the stunt double Janet that leads to some insanely high damage, but I did not know that combo existed at the time. So the first round was dismal and a really long one. It felt like every choice I made in that round was wrong early on. But I still managed to make a bit of a comeback, and I could have even possibly won that round, but Raiden ended up using his breaker when I was about to get some really good damage against him that could have swung things in my favor. So the comeback did not happen. Raiden ended up being victorious in round 1, and I was just hoping that things would go better in the future rounds. Speaking of which, round 2 started with me in the corner, which is never great, but I was not there long. After waiting over a round, I finally landed a real combo against Raiden, getting about 334 damage and freeing myself from the corner in the process. But yeah, round 2 was much faster than the first round, and I won it with another good combo that went for about 376 damage, and it also put Raiden in the corner, which is a great place for me to start round 3. Whenever the round started, I predicted a jump and I just backed away and started a combo while he was still in the air. So I accurately predicted that. Raiden smartly broke because that was going to be some really good damage against him. Funnily, I would end up completing that exact combo later in the round. It ends up hitting fairly hard for about 355 damage. And yeah, I had a great life lead in the final round. Finally, I ended up catching Raiden as he was trying to jump in against me exactly the way he did at the very beginning of the round, which meant I finally landed that full combo that goes for 355 damage. And at this point, pretty much any small combo or an uppercut would do the trick to win the round. To close it out, Raiden goes for the cartwheel kick, and I just uppercut him through the gap between those kicks for the victory.
Ermac wins.
After the first match, my opponent does not change anything, and we are on to match number 2. In the first round, it starts pretty close. Neither of us really hits all that hard for a while. We just chip away at each other and keep the health bars pretty close. Sadly, I dropped a few combos that could have made this round way less stressful. In the end, I think the difference ends up being the throw combo between Ermac and janetcage. That throw combo goes for about 200 damage. It's not a ton, but it's definitely not bad damage for a throw, and it ends up being how I narrowly won the round. One thing I have seen while watching this back is that I don't really punish Raiden's electric fly very well, and that's not really something I want him just being able to do for free. Now I know that attack is punishable, but it has some pushback on it, so there are only certain moves that I can use to punish it, And I did not know what move that was at the time, so I ended up just guessing. And I was not guessing correctly. These days, Raiden's Electric Fly is just one of those really common moves that I always practice punishing with new characters. There are just a decent amount of people using Raiden, and that's always a go-to move that you really want to be able to punish. We don't really see that here, but no matter, even though Raiden really could have beaten me here in the corner, he actually spares me with just a regular throw from Cyrax and not the meter burn version, which I then retaliate with a throw combo of my own to win the round. I just need one more victory to win the entire set, then I can go for the Fatality, feeling like I actually earned it. Oh man, the second round is the sloppiest round in the entire set. I felt risky, so I threw out Ermac's teleport to start the round a few times, and a few more times after that. But early on, Raiden was blocking each of those, and I was just really lucky he did not end up punishing the crap out of me. Even though he was not really punishing me, Raiden ended up landing a pretty good combo against me, courtesy of the cartwheel kicks. That went for over 300 damage, and I think that was the most damaging combo that Raiden managed to pull off against me in this entire set. So I was not doing great, but I started clawing my way back into the round. And it got to a point where the round really should not have been close. At least twice I dropped combos that should have gone for over 300 damage, but they came up way short. The result was both of us being down to around 100 health points left remaining, and it could have gone either way. But Raiden ended up doing a desperation fatal blow, and it misses wildly. I punish with a teleport punch to win the set, and I have earned the opportunity to do the Fatality.
Finish him! Fatality. Ermac wins.
And there it was, that was the Vitruvian Maim Brutality for Ermac. I don't know if it's going to be a wonderful work of art that's going to stand the test of time, but for this moment, well, it is artistically brutal. And thank you to the random Raiden opponent that I got in the Kombat League this time around. I enjoyed the set. Even though it ended up being a 2-0 sweep, most of the rounds were very close, so this definitely was not an easy one. Which, considering how close all the rounds were, it's kind of crazy I only lost one of them, and that was the very first one. Now, one of the things I really wanted to see from my opponent was how they used Cyrax with Raiden, because like I mentioned before, this is not a combo I'm very used to seeing. Sadly, they really did not incorporate too much Cyrax into their game plan. I just occasionally would see the net being thrown out, and that was about it. There weren't really any Cyrax copter combos, and even the throw combo was not utilized, which is kind of crazy because at one point I think it would have won him another round. So maybe they went on to find some really cool things to do with Raiden and Cyrax, but for this set at least it kind of feels like maybe another cameo would have been better. I've seen some people do some pretty crazy things with the cameo Jax or Scorpion with Raiden, but hey, I hope it ended up working out. And we ended up getting the Fatality in the end, which is something I'll be sure to show one more time at the very end of this outro, that way we can all enjoy it one final time before we part ways on this Fatal Friday. And that was only one of the two Fatalities for Ermac, so I still have to do one more of them, although I feel like this is the better of the two. Although even though I say that, the second one is pretty good as well. Ermac really did not get anything bad here. But I'll go ahead and start wrapping things up here. Thank you for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to check out the other finisher videos I have on the Thor's Entertainment channel. I think at this point I have well over 100 of them, so there should be quite a bit to indulge in. But yeah, thank you for checking out this video for this long. Take care, and hopefully I will see you next time.
Finish him! Fatality. Ermac wins.